So, Greg's still out of town, so we brought in Justin, the goalie.
How are you today?
Justin has a little situation that he's been in. He's one of those 10% plus that is unemployed.
Yes.
And how did that happen?
I was a store manager for a company called Inkstop based here in Ohio. On October the 1st, we were informed that we will not be reporting to work the next day, and also the paychecks or direct deposit, however it may be, that was due to us was not coming, would not be there.
And this was one of those, wow, we've got a new company starting up, oh, great guns, all this good stuff. I don't know if they got any tax incentives or other help, but they were based out of, I think, Warren, Ohio, up by Cleveland.
Yeah, Warrensville Heights.
Warrensville Heights. And they sold ink and printer supplies and digital cameras and GPS, and they were in strip malls. Mm-hmm. And this was one of those, we can start up businesses and we can gain employment type things, but they have to be something that keeps going.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, we end up with situations like this. So last October 2nd, just before the big Christmas season, they closed down. And that's kind of odd timing. Usually companies try to make it through the Christmas season, but apparently, what were the indications that things were pretty bad?
Well, throughout the summer and fall, we experienced some stock level shortages, whatnot. We were out of ink. A lot of customers coming in, regular customers looking for the most common cartridges, and they weren't there, basically. We'd, take their name, take a waiting list, whatever it may be for when it came back. Or, if they needed it today, send them to the competition. Obviously, you're not going to make money that way.
No, so if you get a job now and you start seeing the shelves deplete, if you're in retail, that's a pretty good sign that you might be looking at some problems. Now, Ohio has a law that if you don't get paid your wages, you're due back treble wages. But I don't think that's going to happen because the company just filed bankruptcy. So, since October, Justin's been getting unemployment, and he's been out there hitting the streets looking for a job. And what kind of responses are you getting?
Very little. To think of how many places I've applied, I don't have the exact total. I'm not one of the people that's looking, okay, I have a requirement where I just look for this many and that's all I do. Everything that I see is possibly suited for me. I put in for it.
And Justin's done a lot of different things.
So. A lot of different things. I worked in hospitality for a long time. I was a supervisor in a factory. I've had a lot of equivalent job experience for a lot of different things. And essentially, I have had 3 callbacks, 2 interviews. Basically, one of those a phone interview.
So. If we're going to see this economy turn around, we need to find jobs not just for the, quote, creative class, which is what we keep talking about and bringing in high-paying jobs, but we also have to supply jobs for those at the lower skill levels too, the ones that used to be in manufacturing, the ones that used to work, you got to be able to support yourself, or we end up paying for it the other way. And that's really what the crux of the problem is right now. If we don't do something to solve unemployment, and they just came out today and said that in building roads wasn't having the desired impact of stimulating the economy. And have you applied for any construction jobs?
Construction, no. I have really no experience in there. I guess as it gets down to it, it's going to be apply for everything. I've tried to stay within my field or fields because I have several of them with limited results, obviously.
Are you getting a hard time from unemployment about that? Because I've heard some people say, you got to apply for jobs, and there aren't any jobs in their field.
No, not really. I was brought in, they had a random sampling, and I guess it was only random in the fact that your company tells unemployment they don't know if they're calling you back or not. Obviously, it looks like now Inkstop's definitely not calling us back.
We'd say Inkstop is an ixnay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so.
But either way, that's what got me called in, and we had, a meeting, whatnot. Guy talked to us, offer some assistance and direction. And basically they said, we don't have something that meets your criteria. He looked in his list, he looked in the computer. Let me see if I have something for you. He did.
So, do you got any plans to try to make yourself more marketable? And
Yeah, I guess one of the benefits with the unemployment is you can get some assistance in terms of going and getting
Job
I guess
retraining.
retraining. I know RN was one of them. They'll assist you with that. So I've looked into a few
But
options
aren't
with
there
that.
big waiting lists now to get into school for medical profession stuff?
Yeah, I have a friend that's been on it for years plus.
So there you have it. Justin needs a job. We need to get Justin employed so he can be a contributing member of society and paying taxes again. And so that you don't have to see him sitting here, and I don't have to see him at the rink so often. Anyway,
That's right.
so that's the show for today. We'll see you tomorrow, and thank you very much.
Thank you.